5th of February 2017. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Sunday Times says, 161 billion expressway, it's China again. In another unsolicited proposal, a Chinese company has been awarded the contract for the construction of the fourth phase of the Central Expressway project. Under the project, the Central Expressway between Kurunegala and Dambulla, spanning 58.7 kilometers of 4 lanes, is to be constructed at a cost of 161.61 billion rupees, excluding value-added tax. Cabinet approval for the project has been granted to obtain a loan from the Exim Bank of China, with the project to be carried out by China Gezuba Group of companies. Another highlight says, economic freedom, President calls youth to the front line. President Maithripala Sirisena yesterday declared that the government would give priority to the young generation in the effort to achieve economic freedom, as young people were the best placed to help build a knowledge-based, innovative economy in the country. The president, speaking at the 69th Independence Day celebration at the Goldface Green, said the country must achieve economic prosperity to safeguard full democracy in the 21st century. He said that to build the country as a modern state compatible with the 21st century, the government had to give priority to political stability and social development. To achieve those goals, it was necessary to strengthen national and religious reconciliation, and the government had given priority to this, the president said. The highlight in the middle says, Cabinet clash over vehicle factory. Minister and the United People's Freedom Alliance General Secretary Mahinda Amaravira will submit a memorandum to the Cabinet calling on the government to withhold a proposal to grant concessions to a vehicle importer trying to assemble vehicles locally. Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayaka last week submitted a cabinet proposal seeking a 70% tax concession for locally assembled vehicles by Vehicles Lanka Private Limited with used vehicle parts. Mr. Amaravira said he opposed the proposal on the grounds that the concession should not be given to one selected company and that the particular importer had already violated customs regulations. There's another highlight which says, RTI Infos Now, get information for free. Citizens making requests under the Right to Information Act must not be charged application fees according to Gazette regulations issued on Friday. The regulations also list several instances where information must be provided free. For instance, all information sent in response to a request by email is free. If information is provided by printout or photocopy, the first 4 A4 pages will be provided free. If inspection of a record is requested, the first R is free. If an appeal either to the designated officer or the RTI Commission is successful, the information is also to be given free. The regulations have also brought in an open reuse policy of all information obtained under the Act. And the highlight at the bottom says, freedom bogged down in toilets. 69 years since independence and Sri Lanka is now practicing reverse discrimination on its free people of all places in the allocation of some public toilets. Recently, the Bandaranaike International Airport cut by half the toilets that had been bidet showers, saying most Asians, particularly Indians, made a mess when using wet facilities. The incongruity is that while the authorities say most foreigners use dry facilities, the majority of the tourist arrivals at the airport now are Asians, Chinese and Indian. Therefore, the argument just does not hold water, so to say. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Sunday Observer. The top highlight says, strive collectively for economic freedom. Another highlight says, parliamentary diplomacy to strengthen bilateral ties. The parliament has developed a new concept called parliamentary diplomacy to strengthen parliament-to-parliament contacts on a larger scale, Speaker Kara Jayasuriya told the Sunday Observer yesterday. The highlight in the middle says, GMOA to appeal to World Federation for Medical Education. The Government Medical Officers Association will appeal to the UK-based World Federation for Medical Education to counter the efforts to allow provisional recognition SAITM MBBS graduates. And the highlight at the bottom says, Indian national arrested for photographing near temple trees. An Indian national was arrested yesterday in the vicinity of the Prime Minister's house in Kollupitia by undercover police officers deployed for the surveillance duty during the Independence Day celebrations. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, Taxes on EPF, ETF and gratuity. A draft amendment to the Inland Revenue Act, believed to have inputs from or lauded by the International Monetary Fund, is set to be presented for cabinet approval shortly by Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayaka, seeking the introduction of taxes on statutory benefits such as EPF or ETF contributions, as well as on end-of-service gratuity payments, informed sources revealed. The highlight in the middle says, TPG Capital clinches bid. TPG Capital, a US-based major global private investment firm, has been shortlisted as a possible turnaround partner of the ailing Sri Lankan national carrier Sri Lankan Airlines Limited, Deputy Minister of State Enterprise Development Iran Vikramaratne Chosilan today. And the highlight at the bottom says, abductions continue. The news that the Vice President of Telecom Manpower Welfare Association, Sujiva Mangala, was abducted on the night of 28 January and that he was missing for a few days spread across the country like wildfire. It was the first case of disappearance during the government of good governance. No one knew of his whereabouts until 1st February when he suddenly arrived at the Ingiriya police station. The news of the first missing person during the government of good governance ended there. That's all for today's newspaper highlights, and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.